Alright, so welcome back guys, or welcome to your first time here. I'm Vision here with Blind Entertainment, bringing you guys another video. Today we're going to talk about some news regarding the Marvel and DC movies changed dates due to the current COVID-19 outbreak. Now if Marvel or DC is something you're interested in, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon. That way to miss more Marvel or DC news from me moving forward. Now let's begin. Now first up we got Black Widow, which was already supposed to be released a few months ago or last month. Now, this one has been pushed back from its original release date of May 1st, 2020 to November 6th of 2020. Now, this is very interesting news. This was originally supposed to kick off the summer movie season for 2020. As we all know, at this point, it's pretty much been canceled. All summer movies have been pushed back. Now, the idea of releasing it at this time of year is very interesting. I feel like Black Widow is one of those movies where people are curious to see it, but at the same time, it doesn't have as much hype as some other MCU movies have had. So I feel like this could possibly be a flop. I'm hoping it's not. It is the MCU again, so it could pick up steam and be a big hit. Next up, we got The Eternals, which was supposed to be released on November 6th of this year. As we all know, like I just said, Black Widow will be released that time, and The Eternals has been pushed back to February 12th, 2021. Now, this is one I'm curious about because I feel like Eternals hasn't gotten a lot of steam or attention as some of the other MCU Phase 4 movies have. So I feel like this one could fly under a lot of people's radar, and it could be like a snooze, or like one of those movies that, people don't pay attention to and kind of goes under the radar. Now, it is being released in February, which was a great time for Black Panther. However, that was kind of a really hyped up film in comparison to The Eternals, so The Eternals could do good here. Next, we got Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Now, like I just said, this was supposed to come out February 12th of 2021, but as you just saw, The Eternals will be coming out that time. So this has been pushed back to May 7th of 2021, the time when Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness was supposed to come out. Now, this will be the one that kicks off the 2021 movie season, hopefully that we have, and I feel like this is a smart move. I feel like Shang-Chi, similar to The Eternals, was kind of flying under people's radar. I feel like it's kind of hyped up a little bit more now, but at the same time, it could fly under people's radar. However, if they use it to promote the 2021 summer movie season, it could really be a big box office hit, and I think it'll definitely pull in a lot of good numbers being a summer movie. It was supposed to come out in February due to the whole Chinese New Year thing. However, with all the switches and stuff going on, it had to be pushed back. And again, I think this is a good idea, and I think it definitely could help out the movie by making it a big summer blockbuster hit. Next, we got the untitled Spider-Man 3 movie. Now, this was originally supposed to come out in July 6th of 2021, which made a lot of sense due to the whole, Spider-Man Homecoming and Far From Home coming out in around those same times for the past few years. However, due to the, current switchbacks and switcheroos, they pushed this back to November 5th, 2021. Now that makes sense. You don't want to have Shang-Chi and Spider-Man come out just months apart because I feel like that's oversaturating the box office right then. Now moving it to November 5th is an interesting move. We know Doctor Strange came out that time, did really good. Ragnarok came out that time. It did really, really good. So I think this is a smart move. This is around the same time that Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse came out, so maybe they're banking on hoping that will help. Next, we got Thor: Love and Thunder, which was originally, like I said, supposed to come out November 5th. However, that's when Spider-Man's coming out now, so it has been pushed back to February 11th, 2022. Now, this is a very interesting place. Again, like I said with Eternals, this is probably a sleeper month, so I'm curious to see what it does here. January, February is one of those times of the year where not a lot goes on. The box office is kind of quiet. So this might be a good reason why they're putting out Eternals and Thor: Love and Thunder around this time of year. It's a sleeper month, so maybe it'll pull in up big numbers. Thor is a big character in the MCU. Ragnarok was a great movie, so I think they're banking on it being a sleeper month for both Thor and the Eternals, and hopefully it'll pull in some big numbers. Next, we got Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Now, this is originally supposed to come out on May 7th of 2021. However, it's been pushed back almost an entire year to March 25th of 2022. Now, this is very interesting news. First off, it was pushed back an entire year, which disappoints me because this was probably the number one MCU Phase 4 movie I was looking forward to. So now I'm a bit disappointed that I gotta wait another 2 years at this point for it to come out. So that's kind of disappointing. But I also find this interesting that it is coming out almost an entire month after Thor: Love and Thunder, because I feel like that it's too soon. I would imagine they would have pushed this back to be the kickoff to the 2022 summer movies. However, I don't understand it. It could be pushed back a little bit more, but it just seems too close to Thor: Love and Thunder that they'd release it right now. So that's very odd to me. I could see them moving it back maybe to be a summer movie. Next, we got Black Panther 2. Now, this hasn't been moved as of yet. This is scheduled to be released of May 6th of 2022. Now, however, like I said with Doctor Strange 2, with it be coming out in March, I wouldn't be surprised if this was moved back too and have Doctor Strange come out here in order to kick off the summer movie season like it was originally supposed to do a year ahead of schedule. But I don't know. I could see Black Panther coming out here. It's the start of the 2022 summer movie season, so it could come out here. It would definitely be a good start. However, at the same time, I feel like if they did it like where they did, put it at maybe like another sleeper moment, like in August or maybe even October, September, it could do good. In regards to Marvel, we got Captain Marvel 2. Now, as of right now, Captain Marvel is scheduled to come out in July 8th of 2020. However, it was originally supposed to come out in July 29th of 2020. So that's weird. They pushed it up a bit. Now, again, I'm going to state, like with the last 3 movies or 2 movies, I feel like Marvel doesn't really know what it's doing yet for 2022. I feel like they put these numbers or dates here, but they're probably going to be pushed back even more or switched around. Because think about it. You got Thor: Love and Thunder coming out in February. Then you got Doctor Strange in March. You got, Black Panther in May. And now you would have Captain Marvel in July. You'd have all these movies coming out within a few months of each other. First off, that's way too many movies within that shorter time period. But at the same time, I don't get why Marvel would push out all these movies at like the same time of the year. They should have time to breathe between movies. So went into DC. Starting off, we got Wonder Woman, which was originally supposed to come out this Friday, June 4th. However, it's been pushed back all the way to August 14th of 2022, which isn't that far away. However, with everything going on right now, I could see them possibly pushing it back to later this year. I don't know. There are talks of drive-ins playing some of the 2020 releases. I don't know if that'll come out or if there'll be enough people that would go out to see it in the drive-in. With it being a comic movie, that's possible. But I feel like that could be too risky for DC to do, so I could easily see him pushing this back even further just as a precaution because they're worried about the box office. Again, I don't know if that will happen, but I could easily see DC trying to do something like that just to be careful and just so they can get the money that they want to get out of this movie. Next, we got Suicide Squad, which is scheduled to come out on August 6th of 2021. Now, this has not been changed. However, depending on whether they can do post-production and everything else, finish everything that needs to be done, I could easily see this being pushed up a little further into the year, just because I feel like waiting almost the entire year for another DC movie to come out could be hurtful. Unless Wonder Woman is pushed back to 2021, then I could possibly see him keeping this date. However, I think they could possibly push it up if they are able to, just to get another movie out sooner. And for any Marvel fans, it'd be better because then James Gunn could do Guardians of the Galaxy 3. But we'll just have to see. Time will only tell. But as of right now, this is when it is scheduled to come out. And as of right now, it's staying that way. Next, we got The Batman, which was originally scheduled to come out on June 25th of 2021. However, it has now been pushed back to October 1st of 2021. Now, knowing this, I am almost positive, depending on what goes on with Wonder Woman, I do believe that they will possibly move up the Suicide Squad. That way you don't have these 2 movies coming out around the same time as each other. And I do believe this will stay here. I think this is an actually very smart move on DC's behalf, because October is a relatively sleeper month in regards to the box office. So releasing Batman here would be really, really good in their favor, because again, it's a sleeper month, not a lot of things go on here, so I could easily see them keeping it here, and I think it would very much benefit DC if they released it during this sleeper month and have them pull in money that would be good for them. Next, you got Black Adam, which is scheduled for release in December 22nd of 2021. Now, this is perfect in my opinion. It comes out right around Christmas time, right around the time kids are home from school. A perfect holiday movie. We saw with, Aquaman that did great did great around this time of year. So I think this is a perfect month. It's a lesser known character also, so I feel like it could boost up a bit due to the cold Christmas season. And kids will be home from school for the beginning of the year, so it's perfect. It's far enough away from, the Batman world pulling good numbers, and it's also at a time where kids are home from school, and it goes right into another sleeper month of January, so it'll be a big movie in my prediction. I could see them pushing it maybe back, but I think it's perfect the way it is right now. I don't see why they would, push it back. It's supposed to be The Rock's first big movie to make him like a franchise name, so I'm definitely thinking it'll pull in big numbers, especially since it has The Rock attached. Given it's a lesser known character, that will definitely help it. So I'm very curious to see what goes on here, and I think again this will definitely pull in good numbers for DC. Next, we got The Flash, which was originally scheduled for release in July 1st of 2022. Now it's been pushed up to June 3rd of 2022. Now this is very interesting. It's only been moved up a month so far. However, with it being such a big gap between, Black Adam and The Flash, I could easily see them pushing this up a little bit higher into the year, maybe into the fall, not the fall, into the spring, like March or April or something like that, just to kind of put something in, maybe try to rival the MCU with something. I don't know what it could be, but I could definitely see them trying to do something like that. Especially, I don't think they'd want to have Marvel putting out so many movies that it is going to be moving up forward. I feel like they'd want to try to rival with Marvel a bit more, so I could see them easily pushing this more forward. This has been a movie that's been kind of been floating around for a bit, so I'm assuming it'll come out now, depending on what goes on with filming and everything. It should probably be ready around this time, so I do expect it to come out in 2022, although it could still be pushed back, but I do believe it could possibly still happen as long as everything goes as planned and nothing continues to get worse with the outbreak. Next, we got Shazam 2, which was originally supposed to come out in April 1st of 2022, but has now been pushed back to November 4th of 2022. Now, I do believe this is just a placeholder as of right now, and I do believe it will be pushed up probably to a summertime slot. I do believe it would be a good summer movie, and with Captain Marvel coming out around July of 2022, I would easily see them wanting to, rival the two Captain Marvels at the same time again. So I could easily see them pushing this back forward as long as everything goes as planned and they can film it and everything. Like I said with The Flash, as long as everything goes as planned, it should be able to be pushed up or moved a bit around. And again, I think it would be perfect to rival again with Captain Marvel 2, which is rumored to come out around that time. So I could easily see them doing it. And I think it would definitely work well as a summertime movie and help boost both its numbers and Captain Marvel 2's numbers and be another great way to rival the MCU. Now last, I got Aquaman 2, which is scheduled for release in December 16th of 2022. Now this is why I believe Shazam 2 will be moved up to an extent, because I don't believe they'll have both Shazam and Aquaman released within a month of each other. I do believe that Shazam will be moved up some way or whatever. Again, this all breaks down to whoever everything goes back to normal and they're able to finish scripts, begin pre-production, do filming and post-production, and get all this stuff done by the time these release dates are set. Now, if they can get them done early, then yeah, these probably will be pushed up a bit. If not, they'll end up staying at their dates. As for Aquaman, I do believe that they're going to try and aim for this December release date. We know the original Aquaman did great here. Ragnarok did great around this time. Doctor Strange did great around this time. So I do believe that they're going to aim for this release date and not try to push it back or anything. If anything, they'll probably push other things back in order to keep it at this slot. So yeah, guys, those are my thoughts and opinions regarding the release dates for the Marvel and DC Universe movies release dates being changed. As always, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and share. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon. That way you miss more Marvel or DC news from me moving forward. And you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter, which are linked in the back section of my YouTube channel. As always, this has been Vision here at Blind Entertainment, and I'll see you next time.